Saying about these freako sessions?
Listen, that girl went through some tumultuous that she never thought that she would ever have to go through being in the music business. Do you understand that? I've been next to people who are top in the game, in the music business. And they had said to me, yo, I had to suck a lot to get to this position. You understand? They have said that. So I can imagine what that little girl went through with old boy. She ain't lying that thing, because if she would have lied, he would have fought her tooth and nail. He would have fought her tooth and nail, bruh. Don't get it messed up, Art. He would have fought her tooth and nail. That little girl ain't lied nothing that, she ain't lied about none of that. Just with this Cassidy thing, I didn't know her, but I knew somebody like her, and that was Kim Porter. I didn't know Cassie, but I knew somebody who was going through the same thing she was going through, and that was Kim Porter. So people ask me, yo, and they send me clips of Cassie, I guess it's an affidavit to the courts, you know, of what she experienced. And it's like, it was the same thing Kim was going through. The same thing, bro. The beatings, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. But that's Kim's story.
This story starts when I'm with Puff and he's in exotic bookstores and he's doing shopping, right? He's shopping, getting his stuff and everything like that. So, you know, this is the first time I was ever in an exotic bookstore with Puff. So, you know, I'm giving him his space. He's taking things off the shelves and stuff like that because they gave him a brown paper bag. When they gave him a brown paper bag, he was just putting stuff in there. So I said, damn, you know, he got to go put it on the counter and, you know, show everybody what he's getting. So as he's going, I'm just looking at the places where he's picking stuff from. So there's one part he picked up some things from up here on my left side. And then he picked like quite a few of them down. I was like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there and it said butt plugs. And I was like, hey, yo, I was messing with him. Because people don't understand, you know, we was like friends. He was a part of the same gang. So I'm still gonna tease him. I'm still gonna mess with him and everything like that. I could do that. It wasn't just no security thing. So I say, yo, what are you getting this for? And it said butt plugs, and he was like, yo, can I do my shopping by myself? I said, yeah, you could do it by yourself, brother. And he started walking and everything like that. When he got I just waited at the counter. When he got to the counter, he didn't even have to show the guy nothing. He just gave the guy a wad of money. I mean, like he gave the guy a stack something like this. And Puff wasn't the dude that carried no 20s and no 50s and nothing like that. And I mean, like he just said, boom. And we walked out the store. So we had to leave Atlanta and go to North Carolina for a show. You understand? And it was him, this rapper, Sarah, and this other girl. We all got on a G5 jet, and we flew to G4 jet, and we flew to North Carolina. So later on that, I think that afternoon, same day, this rapper and him, they all in the room together. You know, it's Sarah, the girl, Puff, and this dude, this rapper. So I'm hearing at the door and stuff like that, like, yeah. So then next thing you know, somebody rang the doorbell. We had the presidential suite where we was at. So I opened the door and the dude said, yo, I'm here for my cousin. I said, who your cousin? And he said, Ja Rule. I said, well, he busy right now. He said, he busy doing what? I said, he with Puff, they're in the room, they busy, they don't want to be bothered. He said, well, I'm going in there. I said, bruh, you ain't going in there because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothering them. He was like, yo, I don't care, man, I'm going in there. That bull like that. I said, yo, bruh, Jesus Christ had to come down here and take the air out of my body before you get in that room right there. Watch. He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed him and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then Ja was like, yo, what's going on? Yo, Gene, that's my cousin. He know me well, you know, and Puff was like, yo, Gene, what happened? I said, he tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room. And he was like, Puff looked at Ja. He said, yo, Ja said, you ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on. This story starts when I'm with Puff and he's in exotic bookstores and he's doing shopping, right? He's shopping, getting his stuff and everything like that. So, you know, this
All right. So, yes, we are back and we are in the situation room. Okay. Shout out to our Royals. We have Wani11. We have Miss Judy Coles. Wani11 says, hey, please host the Royal Chat. And welcome. Please like, share, subscribe, and join the convo respectfully. We have Miss Judy Coles and drove up in her Mercedes Benz. She says, greetings, Queen Costa and Wani11. Wani says hello, Judy Coles in her Range Rover. Okay. You are in, oh, I'm sorry. Everybody's a lady today. Okay. Everybody's a lady today. Nah, let me not put that on everybody. All right. So you said who else did he bodyguard for? Child. It was for, well, the most that I know, it was for Puffy for like over 10 years, over a decade. Yes, thank you for forgiving me. Now, child, listen to this. Now, there are some updates within this lawsuit, right? I know you all are just so curious about that lawsuit, right? And so These are lawsuits from, there you go. Um, and you know what? Actually, here recently, Diddy, aka Puff Daddy, aka Sean Combs, is in hot water lately with a former employee filing a $30 million lawsuit against him, alleging activities that would effectively make Combs the Jeffrey Ep, you know who, of the entertainment industry. The employee claims to be in possession of hundreds of hours of blackmail videos made after Combs spiked drinks at parties he was hosting and secretly recorded the illicit results, including with underage females and males used as bait. A-list stars like Usher and Justin Bieber are mentioned in the documents. The employee also agrees he was suggest shoot oh the the SA by Cuba Gooding Jr. While on board the yacht, Holmes charted on the USBI in 2023. Holmes has long been said to be far more gangster than his tiny suited rap videos from the 1990s. The lead one to believe, if you recall, he was at the heart of the East Coast West Coast rap beef back then, which led to multiple unalignment and jail sentences, and emerged unscathed and a billionaire. His father was also said to be a lieutenant for Frank Lucas, Denzel Washington's character in the movie American Gangster. Puff Daddy is also the only person I've ever heard of who's been banned by brokerage houses from chartering yachts. Stories have circulated about onboard artwork being slashed with knives and grooves being carved into bar tops or snorting drugs, as well as other behavior that led one broker I spoke to describe him as an absolute butthole and a disaster of a client. So I suppose he goes in the no. None of these allegations are particularly surprising. Now, now, when I tell you, nobody is holding back on Diddy. And now he is starting to get his moment. Uh huh. Uh huh. Absolutely. Now, we are going to get on over here to some docs as I continue to browse through. Okay. Now, this is the newest document, and I want to share this with you all. Give me 1 second. I want to share this with you because on February the 6th, right? So I want you to look at my thumbnail in the back. On February the 6th, Lil Rod filed a lawsuit, right? And a lot of people had thought, oh, this is so frivolous. Nothing is going to come about of this. Well, now the Roosters have come home to roost. The Roosters have definitely come home to roost for Diddy. And he's being, listen here, he is in some lawsuit. If you all know, we have Tiffany Red that has come out and that, explained, what her experience was with him. And let's take it back. The music that Cassie was singing was built off of the trauma. The trauma. Listen here, Cassie filed a lawsuit, and guess what? She was paid. He agreed. There was some wrongdoing. And to make this right, we're not going to go to court. Let me pay it off. You hear me? All right. Shout out to our royal. Judy Coles gifted 5 Queen Tulsa memberships. Can we get a thank you? And we'll be right back. Thank you, Miss Judy.
Thank you all so much for supporting Queen Tulsa, the show, whether it's a like, a share, a subscribe, a Cash App, a PayPal, or a Zelle. Thank you for coming by and watching the show. And this is your commercial for being acknowledged for just being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Without you, who would be watching? Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, gratitude. And if you were one of the lucky royals that received a membership, please go ahead and thank Miss Judy Coles. We have all the above was gifted a membership. Miss Bennett 87 was gifted a membership. Kior was gifted a membership. Jay Freeman was gifted a membership. And Chiefs 2024 was gifted a membership. Congratulations and thank you so much. And welcome to the royal family. And check out some of those royal family members only lives. We have a great time and we look forward to embracing you. And as we go through the chat, our family is welcoming you to the royal family. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. We want to thank you. All right, Ruth is definitely in the building. She was put in her G-Wagon. Right. I think you guys are not parked on the lawn. Right. So, like I said, if you catch up here, this little guy in this new house is so we all have, I don't know if you guys yeah, he's ready to book it. He's ready to go to Africa, y'all. He is ready to go to Africa. He said, I'm done with this. I'm home. Uh-huh. He shook. He shooketh, you know. All right, so let's go ahead and actually I'm gonna bring that down. And I'm gonna bring this up because all right, give me a second. All right, can we get a sound check? Sound check, sound check. Yes. Can we get a sound check? Okay. Let's go ahead and get a sound check. DJ, can we get a sound check? Okay. All right. It's a 1. It's doing very lovely. Okay. All right. DJ has spoken. It is a 1. It is a 1. It is a 1. All right. Let's go. All right. So now we are in here and we are about to bring it. Bring it on up. Bring it on up. Okay. We're good. We're good. Great, great, great. All right. So listen here. Meek Mill says he's interested in moving to Africa. Don't y'all just love that photo that they got of him? Shout out to the Jasmine brand. And they're on YouTube. I mean, they're on Instagram. It says Meek Mill is ready to get up out of the U.S. He says America tears black men down. Does he have a point? Listen here, before we get into the article, let's read a few comments very quick. Someone says, here now living my best live, developing a whole community. I wish more Black men could experience the peace and freedom I have. Words can't describe it. Someone says, right. And I just told someone all that you just said is why I'm not African and I'm staying in America. And I'm staying in America. My ancestors did all that in America, went through all that for us, and they brought a boat to go to Liberia. But our ancestors said, pull the F from Africa and didn't get on the boat. So why should we go to Africa? Why would I disconnect from my ancestors buried in America who made me who I am today? Every time an African flees to America and never go back, they left their ancestors in the dirt and weep because you didn't fight back like Black Americans did and build in your own land. If this is not our original land, then the fact we stayed and fought back and build makes us stronger. I don't care if Haitians come to USA. We know they gave it up in their war, but Africans do what? Not about to take what my ancestors built and then try to send me to Congo to be a slave. Yeah, right. Child, somebody wasn't having it in the comments, child. Somebody was not feeling that. Okay? Hold on, y'all. Honey, they were not feeling that. He said, no, ma'am, I'm not going to Congo. Yeah. Yeah, when you talk about the back and forth, and thank you so much. Um, here, let me see. Oh, here, let me invite one of our family members over. We just got an exclusive. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. You said you personally love residing in Maryland? Okay. So listen here. Let me get up into the comments and see what you all are talking about. Y'all give me 1 second as we are moving around in the station. Okay? Yes. All right. For those that are just coming in, let me welcome you, DJ. Can we go ahead and get a countdown? We'll be right back. All right, we are back. I wanted to give you guys a warm welcome. Listen here, like I said, the producers over here in the studio, they are working very hard this morning to um to cater to all of our needs. Because I was like, you know what? I was just talking to production and I was like, is there a way that we could kind of like spunk some things up. And the DJ was like, you just, And I was like, am I doing good? Am I, how's everything going? He says, listen, Queen Tulsa, you are amazing. And he has been encouraging me behind the scenes. And so I want to send a special shout out to my DJ. Go DJ, that's my DJ. Okay. And listen here, we want to welcome everybody. If you are a newcomer, welcome to the Butterfly Lounge. We want to welcome you with open arms. There are refreshments in the back. We do have bottles of water and they are sealed. And yeah, uh-huh. All right. Do we have any guests in the building? Yes, we do. We have Miss Waller in the building. Hey, Miss Waller, how are you doing? If our royal family can get Mrs. Waller's channel, and if we can place her channel in the comments section, she's a dear friend of ours into the show. Welcome, Miss Waller. A trigger warning, allegedly fair use, commentary, and fair use. Absolutely. East Coast, Maria, Miss Judy Coast says. Miss Judy Coast says, hi, Miss Waller and the Butterflies. We are the Butterfly Lounge. So to say hello back, you just drop your butterflies in the chat. Okay. Yes. Wani says, hi, Miss Waller. Miss Waller says, hi. Hi, Miss Waller. I'm good. Absolutely. You got your coffee and everything? All right, let's jump right into it. Maria says she has her cup of water. All right, so let's get into it. So, Meek Mill says he's interested in moving to Africa, child. Now, that comment right there, were you all able to hear it? I'm going to read it again, okay? Because someone in the comments section, and this is shout out to the Jasmine brand, says, here now living my best life, developing a whole community. I wish more Black men could experience the peace and freedom I have. Words can't describe it. Well, Big Coochie Mama says, right. And I just told someone all that you just said is, oh, let me read that one. Okay, we about to read all these comments. So someone says, and we thank you for showing a different way of living and thinking. You deaf the real deal. Well, someone else says he puts a heart. So Fro Queen says, Dre Taylor, your experience isn't everyone else's. Although I've personally watched some of your content, I have never felt compelled to move to Africa, despite the fact that Benin celebrates Independence Day. With my island and pays homage to my people, I think the moment blogs stop accepting bribe money to promote division and African countries start aiding other African countries, I'll be more inclined to entertain the Black Africa movement. Well, Big Coochie Mama says, Fro Queen, why would I move to Africa and they all fleeing to America, trying to take what we built? I'm not about to dig up mines. They trying to take our spot in America and send us to Africa to slave. My ancestors didn't build the USA for Africans who's sitting in gold and ish in Africa. They sitting on riches, but letting China and European take. Well, Michigan Drake says, D. Taylor, that's a blessing, bro. My goals. Well, Fro Queen says, Big Coochie Mama, everything you said is true. That's why I have a major issue with folks encouraging others to move to Africa. The people with the most issues when they move there are Americans because they've promised China so much concessions. They take advantage of us there. Someone says, Big Coochie Mama spitting. Someone says, wow, that's dope, Dre Taylor. Someone says, Israel did the same thing in Palestine. Big Coochie Mama says, right. And I just told someone, all that you just said is why I'm not African. And I'm staying in America. My ancestors did all that in America, went through all that for us, and they brought a boat to go to Liberia, but our ancestors said, "Who the F from Africa?" and didn't get on that boat. So why should we go to Africa? Why would I disconnect from my ancestors buried in America who made me who I am today? Every time an African flees to America and never goes back, they left their ancestors in the dirt and weak because you didn't fight back like a Black Americans did and build in your own land. If this not our original land, then the fact we stayed and fought back and build makes us together tougher. I don't care if Haitians come to USA. We know they gave it up in their war, but Africans do what? Not about to take what my ancestors built and then try to send me to Congo to be a slave. Yeah, right. Child. And so the people are agreeing. And so Meek Mill says, I want to get citizenship in Ghana. America made to tear black men down if you don't follow orders. Child, and then he says, Africa don't got this ish. I'm getting dual citizenship if they let me. What are y'all thoughts on that? So you just gonna up and bounce up out of here because things are coming down in your camp that you were allegedly a part of, my sweet baby. Okay, let's get into it. All right, okay. Maria has dropped. She says, visit our new friend, Miss Waller. That's her channel right there. Okay, get into it. Go give her a like, share, subscribe, and check out her content. All right, get into that. Did you hear that? Now listen. Hey, Miss Katina, how are you? Grand Rising, my love. Welcome. Just subscribe to Miss Waller. Gratitude, Miss Judy. Miss Judy, subscribe. Yes. Hi, Miss Katina. Everybody saying hello. Absolutely. And Miss Katina has a channel as well. Visit our friend Miss Katina. Check out her channel. Show us some love. Oh, and to all the women in here, happy Women's Month. Happy Women's Month. Women's Month is every day, but we get March and then we get May for mothers, right? Welcome to the Butterfly Lounge. Please have the like as you stroll in. Thank you for your support. All right. Wani, Ms. Wallers, I want to move to South Africa. So you gonna go on over there to Africa? Well, what Portia is, Portia stays, over in Africa. So it might be something good over there. I guess you would just have to communicate with. Have you all saw the show Young, Rich, and Famous? And it's in Africa. They it's a show. It was on Netflix. I think I'll do a movie night and we'll watch it. But yeah, it's definitely riches over there. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think that do y'all think it's just really giving that? Do y'all think that it's just really giving that? Oh, let's get up into this. Oh, child. Okay, so y'all let me know what y'all think in the back. Okay, so listen, peep this out. I want y'all to get into this. Now we got some tea on Usher, child. Now, y'all already know Usher and P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, in the back in back in the day in the 90s, right? They had a real close and tight relationship to where, they were in the bed, Peep this out. Is this something going on with hold on, let me zoom in. Can we zoom in? Hold on, give me 1 second. Maybe if I pull these ads down, we can really get into it. Okay. Oh, now y'all get up into that. Girl, I haven't saw a French roll and girl, I don't know how long. Girl, yes, a French roll with the curls. Come on. When you talk about a style, honey, it's been a minute. Girl, let's get into this. Hold on, let me zoom out. I think I just zoomed in too much. Y'all remember that the cornrow, the beehive. Some people call it the beehive. They roll it up, and then you get the spiral curls in the front. That was a do back then. But look at Usher, girl. He's looking. I don't know. It's something about Usher, and then Uncle Russ over there. Uncle Russ, y'all. They call him Uncle Rush. All right. Shout out to Tiffany Brockworth over at Media Takeout. This was on March the 4th, 2024. Russell Simmons and Usher are enjoying time together in Bali. Media Takeout has learned, honey. We'll get up into this. Oh, see what I tell y'all. Remember the spiral, what do you call those? The spiral curls or the tight curls? And look at Usher. He definitely got a whitening, and he's definitely been to the He's definitely been to the what do you call it? Spa. Skin is looking good. Yeah. And Uncle Russ, he's looking bad, y'all. Oh, he's looking bad. It's like he's just ready to just kick the bucket. Lord forgive me. Let me move on. Music producer Russell Simmons, second from the left, singer songwriter Usher. Oh, second from the left, singer songwriter Usher Raymond. Okay. Second from the right, Grace McGill at the 2017 Make a Wish Gala on November 9th, 2017, in Los Angeles, California. And the photo is by Tiffany Rose Getty Images for Make a Wish. Shout out to them. According to Russell, Usher surprised the hip hop mogul by secretly coming to his home in the Indonesian city. According to Russell, Usher snuck into his home, and when he woke up, Usher was sitting beside his bed, shirtless. Okay, Russell explained, when I was at the lowest point in my life, I woke up and this man was sitting by my bed. Well, November the 9th, Shining Star Award recipient Usher Raymond left and producer Russell Simmons at the 2017 Make-A-Wish Gala on November the 9th, 2017 in Los Angeles, California. And that photo was by Tiffany Rose Getty Images for Make-A-Wish. Make-A-Wish. Y'all think they made a wish up under the star? What y'all think? Russell could use a little Botox or Restylane around his under eyes. You know what I'm saying? He's got all those muscles in his head. Uh-huh. But anywho, going right on back to the article. I had known Usher since he was a kid, but we really bonded because of our mutual love, for self-discovery and our belief in yogic science as a direct route to realizing God's consciousness in our lives. Russell continued, people, remember to remember this. A friend walks in when others walk out. I will never forget the generosity of spirit I witnessed in this man. God bless you, baby bro, at Usher. I love you. Yeah, he actually posted this. Okay, now get into this, child. Girl, look at them. They all giddy over there up on their couch. Girl, what is going on over there? I mean, girl, what is going on over there? Oh, y'all, wait a minute. What is going on? What's going on? What is going on? And look at him. I mean, he just cheesing. Chat. Let me get up in the comments and see what y'all are talking about. Okay. Okay, so we have 111 going. Let's get into it, baby. Go DJ, that's my DJ. Absolutely, honey. It was more than that going on. Okay. Gilly says all that money and they want to be evil. They could have changed the world and they could have changed the world in so many good ways. Say that again. Amen. Amen to the people in the back. Okay. Absolutely. Wani says, hey, Gilly. Hey, Killian. Hey, mods. Oh, we don't have mods. We have royal family over here. Yes, royal family. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, Judy Cole says hello. Absolutely. Birds of a feather. You know, that's what I'm thinking too. Birds of a feather flock together. And when you talk about these industry parties, when you talk about the surface clips, and this is not, hearsay, these are the words that have come out the individual's mouth on camera, right? On camera. Get into it. Yes, trigger warning. Allegedly fair use. Commentary, fair use. Absolutely. Please type the like as you stroll in. Thank you for your support. Usher left right on time with all this chaos. Okay, and you know what? My thing is, I really feel like prayers out to Usher because Usher has been through a lot. Let's just say that. Is from, him being a child and going to the Diddy parties. You talk about Justin Bieber, but when you talk about now, Usher has been in the news right along with his peer, mentor. hmm So that's what that is. Okay. Shout out to Media Takeout. Aren't they just always on it? And definitely they keep us in the loop of what's going on. Okay. Now we're gonna get right on back over here to this lawsuit because I want to refresh you guys' memory. We're gonna get on this. And prayers for the survivors and trigger warning. And we do have context if you've ever experienced any type of trauma. Our royal family will definitely provide that in the chat. All right, so this case was filed on February the 26th of 2024, and this is one of 73 pages. And this is Mr. Rodney Jones. He's the plaintiff, and versus Sean Combs, Justin Dior Combs, Ethiopia, Habertamarian, Lucian Charles Grange, Christina Coram, Shalice Record Studios, Love Records, Motown Records, Universal Music Group, Combs Global Enterprises, John and Jane Doe's 1 through 10, and ABC Corporations 1 through 10 are the defendants. And as I said earlier, and I want you guys to take a look at this. Look at my thumbnail. Look at that thumbnail. It says Lil Rod. You see 02-06-2024. That's when the initial was filed, February the 6th. Did his publicist tell him this is not a good idea? You know what? It's so scary. It is so scary. At this point, I don't know who's telling him how to... I don't know who's really in charge of protecting these the vulnerable artists, right? Because artists can be vulnerable. Let's just say that. Visit our friends at Media Takeout at YouTube, absolutely. And they are also in our description box as well. Visit our friends at Media Takeout website. There they are. And then we have the National SA hotline. There's the number right there, 1-800-656-4673. And then we have the National SA hotline, and it's RAIN, 1-800-656-4673. Miss Judy Cole says, thanks for keeping this old lady in the loop, Queen Tulsa. I celebrated 63 years young in January, and I have learned so much from you. Well, you know what? Gratitude and happy birthday. And many, many, many more to come. We have the National DV hotline, 1-800-799-7233. We have the National Suicide hotline, 1-800-784-2433. There's always somebody out there waiting to listen. And I am a witness of that, okay? And 111 says that Judy Coles, I don't watch much news, so Queen Tulsa keeps me in the loop as well. Yeah. All right, let's get back into this lawsuit. All right, so we have Lil Rod. He filed the first one on February the 6th, 2024. So let me go ahead and zoom in on this one so you all be able to see that when this was filed. So this new one, because people are trying to downplay the lawsuit. If you guys can see right there, it says filed February 26, 2024. Right? So the lawsuit, they tried to discredit it. However, Diddy's not going down by himself. He's going to be going down, and I'm going to show it. Here, let me scroll down. You want to see the people that's going down with him? Okay, let me show you. Okay, so trigger warning. This document contains highly graphic information of a S nature, including SA. Additionally, there are graphic images of the aftermath of a powing, redacted images of S intercourse, redacted images of minors, S workers, and prostitutes, detailed of X trafficking, and the illegal distribution of POWs and substances. So let's get into this. So the plaintiff, Rodney Lil Rod Jones, Mr. Jones hereby alleges as and for his complaint against defendant Sean Combs, Mr. Combs, defendant Justin D. Orr Combs, J. Combs, defendant Lucian Charles Grange, Mr. Grange, defendant Ethiopia Habertamian, Miss Habertamian, defendant Christina Karam, Miss Karam, defendant Shalice Recording Studios, CRS, defendant Love Records, LR, defendant Motown Records, MR, defendant Universal Music Group, UMG, defendant Combs Global Enterprises, CGE, John and Jane Doe's 1 through 10, ABC Corporations 1 through 10 as follows. Okay, now get into this. Let's get into the jurisdiction and venue. Okay, now what we're going to get into, the jurisdiction. What are the perimeters? What are the areas? You know, what bases do we need to cover? Okay, you said, Queen Tosa, click the X on the left profile. It gives you more room. Okay. Oh, okay. Boom. Thank you. Boom. There we go. And actually, let me adjust it. Adjust it just like that. How about that? And actually, let me relax it up. I know some of you are probably at, at work. So let's make it cool for you. Now it's time to zoom in because I want you guys to follow me here. I want everybody to follow me here, so nobody can say, "Oh, they're making stuff up." That isn't the law. So this is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. All right. So jurisdiction and venue. It says this court has personal jurisdiction over the defendants under the consistent. Oh, this one. This court has personal jurisdiction over the defendants under and consistent with the constitutional requirements of due process, in that the defendants acting directly or through his agents or apparent agents committed one or more of the following. A, the transaction of any business within the state. So they handle transactions allegedly of any business within the state. B, the making of any contract within the state. So if there's any contracts, okay, this is a deal, this is a contract. If any was made within that state, it opens it up for due process. Okay. C, the commission of a torturous act within this district and commission of a torturous act. Doesn't sound like a friendly act. Okay. D, the ownership, use, or possession of any real estate in this state. So that's businesses, homes, properties, Airbnbs, anything like that, right? I'm not sure. This is all speculation. Okay. Get into it. Maria says, happy January birthday, Judy Coles. Judy 63 is the new 36. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, get into it. Thanks, family. You are so welcome, my love. Yes. All right. Welcome to the Butterfly Lounge. Please tap the like as you stroll in. Thank you for your support. Visit Queen Tulsa's website, queentulsa.com. All right, tort. A wrongful act or an infringement of a right other than under contract, leading to civil legal liability. Okay. So a wrongful act or infringement of a right other than under contract. So I'm saying it. So somebody violated a contract. Okay. So that wasn't in a contract. Okay. Got it. Noted. All right, let's zoom out a little bit so we can get the whole story. Oh. All right, so here we are right now. Hopefully y'all can see it. Let me check the views. All right, you guys can see that. Hopefully you can. Okay, we're going to read this section right here. So number 2, from September 2022 to the date of this filing, defendants have consistently and purposefully availed themselves of the privilege of conducting activities within New York, thus invoking the benefits of protections of New York's law. In return for these benefits and protections, defendants must submit to the burdens of litigation in New York. 3. This litigation arises from or relates to the torturous activities defendants visited upon defendants in the states of New York, California, Florida, and the United States Virgin Islands. This torturous conduct violated United States federal RICO laws. 4. Requiring defendants to litigate these claims in this district does not offend traditional notions of fair play and substantial justice. Plaintiffs' claims arise from some conduct occurring by defendants in New York. So here's the parties, y'all. The parties. 5. Plaintiff Rodney Jones is an American artist and music producer. Mr. Jones resides in the states of New York and California. 6. Defendant Sean Combs is a rapper and record executive popular known by his stage names Puff Daddy, Puffy, P. Diddy, Diddy, Brother Love, or Love. Mr. Combs came to fame in the early 1990s with his record label Bad Boy Records. He rose to prominence in the music and entertainment industry over the decades and is regularly referred to as a hip-hop mogul. Mr. Combs resides at his address, and child, there go a picture of him. Okay, number 7. Defendant Justin Dior Combs is the son of Mr. Combs and Misa Hilton. Jay Combs was born on December the 30th, 1993. Jay Combs is a producer and actor. He has appeared on TV series like Catfish, the TV show, Wild and Now, and Hip Hop Squares. Defendant Justin Dior Combs resides, okay? And there's Justin Combs, okay? All right, defendant Justin Dior Combs. Defendant Lucien Grange is the CEO of Universal Music Group. Defendant Lucius. Okay, so I'm gonna skip past this. I want to let y'all see their faces out, okay? So that's that. That's old dude right there, Lucien Charles. Let me skip there. Ethiopia, that's where she is. Christina, that's where she is. Okay. And then Shalice, that's where she is. Motown, that's where they are. Okay. So these are all the people that are going to be that's in this lawsuit that are coming up, right? Okay. So here we are. I think we can show this. Okay. So Rodney Lil Rod Jones. Rodney Lil Rod Jones is from the Windy City, Chi-Town. He was born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. Mr. Jones is the second oldest son and fourth child out of 9 siblings. Mr. Jones comes from a long line of gospel music influencers. Mr. Jones started playing instruments at the age of 5. He began playing drums in church, and at the age of 13, he picked up playing the guitar. From 13 to present day, Mr. Jones has taught himself to play over 13 instruments. Okay. Mr. Jones, the child prodigy. Mr. Jones is considered a musical prodigy. His talents have led him to produce and create a commercial marketplace for music that has been recorded by some of the most prestigious and highly acclaimed artists in the music industry in music history. Throughout the duration of his career, Mr. Jones has worked the South Side of Chicago music scene, playing with the following legendary greats: Georgia Mass Choir, Donald Lawrence, the Clark Sisters, and the Smokey Norfolk. On or about August 2022, Mr. Jones received a call from Mr. Combs requesting that he produce several songs on a rhythm and blues album titled The Love Album. Off the Grid, Love Album. Mr. Jones agreed, and his life has been detrimentally impacted ever since. Now, before we go any further, I want you guys to focus on this, and I'm gonna pull it in. We're gonna get in close on this, right? I want to pull this in. Y'all see this? The Love Album, Off the Grid. I might be reaching, and I might be reaching, but the Love Album and then Off the Grid. Where is Russell Simmons? He's not in US. He's not. He's not in. He's not over here in the USA. That man is over there in Bali. Can we talk about Off the Grid? Oh, the Golden Child is here. Hey, boo. Says, hey, Queen. I love the mutual respect and camaraderie. Uh-huh. Yes. Get into it. Okay, so did that ring off any bells in anybody's head? Because when you think about it now, where's he at right now? Anywho. Summary of events from 2022 to November 2023. Mr. Jones produced 9 songs on Mr. Combs' Love album. Mr. Jones lived with Mr. Combs for months at a time, spending holidays, birthdays, and missing major family events. Mr. Jones resided at Mr. Combs' residence located in Los Angeles, California, New York City, and Miami, Florida. Mr. Jones also spent several weeks on a yacht rented by Mr. Combs in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Throughout his time with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones witnessed, experienced, and endured many things that went far beyond his role as a producer on the Love album. The claims raised in this complaint have been corroborated through witness statements, video, audio recordings, and images that Mr. Jones has in his possession. Mr. Combs required Mr. Jones to record him constantly. On several occasions, Mr. Jones took Mr. Jones' cell phone and began recording himself. As a result, Mr. Jones has secured hundreds of hours of footage and audio recordings of Mr. Combs, his staff, and his guests engaging in serious illegal activity. Mr. Jones has secured irrefutable evidence of the acquisition, use, and distribution of the White Line, the GHB, the ketamine, the trees, and go outside and pick up some mushrooms, right? The displaying and distribution of unregistered illegal PALs, right? Mr. Combs providing laced alcohol beverages to minors and S workers at his homes in California, New York, U.S. Virgin Islands, and Florida. Mr. Combs, Chief of Staff, Christina Karam, KK, instructing her staff to retrieve rugs so she can provide it to Mr. Combs for his consumption. Christian Combs rugging and essaying a woman. Mr. Combs detailing how he planned to leverage his relationship. Hold on, wait a minute. So Mr. Jones has, I got to go back up here to number 28. Mr. Jones has secured irrefutable evidence of. Irrefutable. Let's go ahead and look that up right quick, y'all. We're going to get our dictionary going, okay? Let me look this up because we got to be educational as we try, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, if you don't know something, you go and look it up, okay? Okay, irrefutable. Impossible to deny. Okay, get into that. Yes. Yes. Amen. Amen. Let me go ahead and put it on down there. Okay. Yes. Okay. So let me go ahead and pull it back on over. So I'll put it down there, right? All right. Off the grid. Yes. Okay. So what are y'all thinking about that? Okay. Gotcha, Maria. Okay. Judy Codes, I'm gonna have to call you the member maker. Period. 111. Okay. Hey, baby. Okay, I think I went up too far. Okay, you said off the grid. Yes. So what do y'all think about that off the grid? Let me know what y'all think about the off the grid. In my opinion, I think that off the grid means that he wants to do kind of what Russell Simmons is doing. And that's, not saying he's going to Bali, but his friend McNeil wants to go to Africa. Yes. Please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and support Queen Tulsa. Beautiful 070707. Thank you to Golden Child. He's 111 says he put on his white outfit, sat down, folded his legs, and magically transported himself far away from any of the mess in his home country, the US. Now that's a lot. It's something to talk about. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so let's go ahead and get on back down here. Okay, so where was we? Okay, so we were at F. Mr. Combs detailing how he planned to leverage his relationship with Bishop T.D. Jakes to soften the impact on his public image of Cassie Ventura's lawsuit. And let me ask y'all this. What other way than to clear up your image? You go to church. Isn't that what T.I. and Tiny did when they was going through their situation when Sabrina Patterson made allegations against them? Look it up. They were at church giving their testimony. Okay. G. Young Miami's cousin and or assistant Essie Ayan, Mr. Jones. Actor Cuba Gooding Jr. essing, harassing, and insulting Mr. Jones. Rapper redacted on Mr. Combs' yacht, consorting with underage girls, S workers, and R&B singer redacted in Mr. Combs' Los Angeles home, consorting with underage girls and S workers. Okay. So get into this. Shalice Recording Studio Powing. So on or about September the 12th, 2022, Mr. Combs held a writers and producers camp at Shalice Recording Studio at the address above. Well, I can read the address at 845 Highland Ave, Los Angeles, California, 938. Present at this camp were Mr. Combs, his son Justin Combs, and Justin's friend named G. So this was Justin's friend, G, the one that got powed in the bathroom. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let me see. 111 says all the hens are flying to the coop. They better cut them flight wings, or at least add an ankle monitor or something. That only works for people from Atlanta. Okay, get into that. Now peep this out. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so where were we? Okay, we're here, right here. Okay, so 31. Mr. G is a 30-year-old tall African American male. And y'all know how Diddy likes some tall. Was he a Rasta? Let me stop. 32. In addition to these individuals, other musicians were present at the camp. This writer has spoken to several musicians who attended the camp. One evening during this camp, Mr. Combs, J. Combs, so Mr. Combs, J. Combs, and G were in a heated conversation. That conversation was moved out of the studio and into a restroom adjacent to where Mr. Jones was sitting. Mr. Jones was approximately 2 feet away from the bathroom when pows rang out. Mr. Jones recalls hearing the multiple pows. The writer spoke with several employees of the yacht rented by Mr. Combs in the U.S. Virgin Islands, who personally witnessed defendant Karan instructor staff Brendan Paul, Frankie Santella, and Moy Bond spike bottles of champagne with ecstasy. A complaint is forthcoming. He is a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. He is a Grammy Award-winning R&B singer who had trouble with law enforcement after assaulting a Bayesian billionaire. So this is who they're referring to when they say number 1, number 3, number 5. Okay. Mr. Jones immediately went into a state of shock and feared that he would be powed next. Mr. Jones genuinely believed that he would be powed through the door due to how close he was. After the blanking ended, a crowd gathered around the restroom. When the door finally opened, Mr. Combs and J. Combs exited. G was lying on the restroom floor in a fetal position, holding his stomach and bleeding out of his leg and hip area. Everyone stood around looking upon G. Frustrated by the lack of aid to G, Mr. Jones dropped everything, ran to G, and immediately began placing pressure on G's pow wound to his stomach. As he was applying pressure to his stomach, Mr. Jones realized that G was gushing blood from another area near his leg hip. He decided to lift G and place him to sit on the toilet. Mr. Jones asked the crowd to call the ambulance. Mr. Jones lifted G and brought him to the ambulance at the studio's front. At this time, Mr. Combs and Justin disappeared to another part of the studio. Mr. Combs gave strict instructions to inform the police that he had nothing to do with the powing. He also forced Mr. Jones to lie to the police by telling them that G was powed standing outside the studio by a drive-by assailant. And I think this is where like the pictures are. So I'm just gonna scroll up really slow. So yeah. Okay, this is the article. And I'm gonna zoom in on this one. Okay. So it says man powed outside party at Hollywood recording studio. Okay, and then let's go ahead. Let's zoom in to the date on this. I want you guys to really zoom in on the date. Okay. And this was on, if you guys can see, this was on February. This was on September the 12th of 2022 at 7:09 a.m. PDT/KCAL News. Right? Get into this. At least one person was piled at a party at a Hollywood recording studio, police said Monday. Officers were called to the 800 block of North Highland Avenue at Willoughby to check into reports of a powing at about 3 a.m. According to the LAPD, at the location, they found man had been powed after stepping outside the studio. The man in his 30s was taken to a hospital in stable condition. He was reportedly powed in the abdomen. Sky 2 was over the scene early Monday, spotted several people sitting outside the location, being questioned by police. No information was released about the suspect, and it's not known if the shooting was gang related. Okay, so get into that. That's an article that he put in there to bag up what he was saying. So the man in his 30s was taken to the hospital in stable condition. Okay, I just read that. All right, so 45, Mr. Jones has several corroborating witnesses who spoke with this writer anonymously due to fear of retaliation from Mr. Combs. They have agreed to speak publicly when subpoenaed. Okay, so get into this. So people have been spoken to, and Your Honor, if you subpoena them here, they are willing to they're willing to come forward and speak about it, right? Oh, okay. Thank you, Miss Waller. Thank you so much. She says, I'm signing off. I need a nap. LOL. I'll catch the next one. Love to all, positive vibes. Absolutely. Okay. The only time I've seen Diddy in a church is during funerals. And it doesn't even seem like he'd be emotional to me. It seems like he'd just be, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Wow. How did they get that story? Exactly. And when we think about it, when we think about that question, what comes to my mind is allegedly there were some inside connections in the police department and other associations. And so that's where the RICO comes in, because they're saying that it was a corruptness allegedly in the justice system with the police. And if we all know, out west, when I think about out west, I think about the Rodney King, and that police brutality. All right. So some people are going to speak out. So, okay, it says Mr. Jones has the clothing he wore the day. 46, Mr. Jones has the clothing he wore that day and believes it may still have the stains and DNA of G's blood. The following are screenshots of the aftermath of the restroom where G was piled by either Combs or Jay Combs. So I'm going to pull this down just for a second. And then now I want to get to, okay, let's just read this. I'll sign off and then I'll come back on because I had another show scheduled at like 1:30. So I'll read this and then we'll come back, I promise. And everything is allegedly speculation. This all falls under the fair use. We're just going through trying to figure out what's going on. We're not an attorney. We're not giving attorney advice. We're not anybody out there that may be a witness. or maybe subpoena, please do not take the information and opinions you take into court. These are strictly only opinions. 48 says, clearly G was not piled outside of the studio as Mr. Combs instructed his team to report to law enforcement. So he allegedly told his team, don't y'all tell that to law enforcement. Okay, so 49 says, Mr. Combs and defendant LR, MR, UMG, and CRS provided private security for the writers' camp at defendant CRS. 50, the security was porous. Hold on. Yeah, the security was porous and lackluster at best. The fact that either Mr. Combs and J. Combs were allowed to enter CRS with POWs. And they're talking about the record, the studio. And those POWs were not confiscated by security. So I'm assuming there was security there, and the situations, the extra arms, they were not confiscated. Okay, by security. Okay, let's reread that. And those POWs were not confiscated by security is a clear breach of duty by Mr. Combs, defendants LRMR and UMG to protect Mr. Jones and the other attendees of this writers' camp. 52, as a result of this POWing, Mr. Jones is severely traumatized. Mr. Jones now suffers from PTSD, severe anxiety, depression, and insomnia. Okay, so you guys mark that we have stopped at page 11. We'll be picking back up at page 12. And this is where the Mr. Jones was harassed and assaulted by Mr. Combs. So that's what we're going to get into from there. But I want to give this to you all in pieces and increments. We did 11 pages here. We can do, I'll try to keep our shows at an hour's mark. I know I went over a little bit today. We had a little bit of fun, outside of, and when I say fun investigating, okay? We have fun investigating and we can pick back up, right? All opinions. Okay, let me see. Allegedly fudged title. Yes. And I didn't show it. Man powed outside party at Hollywood recording studio. So this fudge title is going against what's going on in here. And thank you so much. You know what? I really need to get me a bite of lunch. I'm over here. Yeah, it's definitely lunchtime because we're going to get back up. We're going to get right back up inside of that. Okay. We're going to get inside of that and what's going on out here in this lawsuit. Okay. We're going to get back up on that. So this concludes our broadcast at the moment. I definitely want to thank you all for coming out. Our studio audience, our family, our royals, our royal security staff, family heirs, and producers, Yes, absolutely. And we want to just thank you so much for not parking on the lawn. On that note, I'm your host, Queen Tulsa, and this concludes our broadcast. DJ, drop me down, cut the music up, and